Hi to all, my name is Kevin Bramble, student of the OS Platform Group. This video is to demonstrate how to configure Windows Server along with installing Active Directory, DNS, and also adding a client PC to our domain. So the first thing you just want to check before you start up your server is in network adapter settings, right? Make sure everything is set to host only adapter on both virtual machine, server, and Windows 7 client. Right, and also select promiscuous mode to be allow all, and show keep the connected option is checked. Right, so both machines can communicate directly and privately. Right, so back to server. Right here now I'm gonna assign a static IP to my server. Right, this is basically one of the first thing I want to do before you install any roles. Right, so let's double click in network adapter properties, IPv4, and I set the IP. And the reason you want to give a server a static IP because they want all clients to always be connecting to this server. You don't have a dynamic IP where it keeps changing and then all the clients getting problems to connect to this server. Right, default gateway, I'm going to set it as the same IP as the server because I want all the queries to actually resolve on the server itself. Right, I'm going to click OK, close. Right, and if you go back out here, right, it's still saying IPv4 assigned, but just could refresh the server and you should see static IP appear. Right, so it appear 192.168.0.1. right, also if you like to change your computer name, you could just do it from here. You click the name, you click change, and here you can name your computer. Most likely you actually will prompt to restart your PC, so most likely you have to restart your computer. Right, so I set a static IP on the server machine, and next thing I want to do also is set it on the client machine. Right, so I want both machines to be actually able to communicate with each other. So let's go in network, same procedure. Right, look at your connection properties, and I'm gonna set this IP as 192, same range, 168.0.2. right, this is host number 2. Right, the server is 1 and this one is 2. Default subnet mask and the default gateway, sorry, the default DNS server will be pointing back to the same IP as the server because you want all client machines be pointing back to the server machine where everything resolves back on the server machine. And right, let's click OK, close. Right, so both machines should be able to communicate now. Right, to do this you could just run a ping test. Right, one CMD. Right, ping is like a utility you could use, like a tool you could use to test connectivity between two systems. So just ping 192.168.0.1 is my server. Right, yep, we are getting a reply from our server. Right, and from our host machine .2 get a reply as well. So bingo, so both systems are actually communicating with each other perfectly. Right, so you have no problem in communication so far. Right, so we're going back in server now. Right, and I'm gonna actually start to install roles. So the role I'm gonna actually install is Active Directory. So you could go and manage roles and features. Next, right, basically Active Directory is like a tool or a service actually that stores different types of objects like users, OUs, groups. Basically like a directory itself, like a literal directory that basically stores number button. Basically it serves the same purpose. It just stores different type of objects. Right, so check ADDS. Right, this is basically the rules that are associated with it, that will be installed with it. Next again, next. Right, restart if required. Most likely I think it will restart just to maybe configure, to maybe finalize everything properly. I'm going to click install. Right, so this step here, this process will take a few minutes, so I'm going to pause the video and come back. Right, so the role has finished, the Active Directory role has completed. Right, and from here, right, this is option here asking us to promote this server to domain controller. Well, you could do this from here, or if you close, you will see this caution sign here. Basically tells you that the server need additional configuration for it to work properly. And here we're going to actually promote the server domain control. Right, so this basically is what defines the security boundary, the domain controller, like authentication, authorization, and whatnot. It's basically responsible for authenticating users into the system. Right, so this is the actual wizard here, the domain controller wizard. And the option I'm going to actually choose, right, is add a new forest. Since this is actually our full domain controller, we're going to add a new forest. So a forest is basically a collection of trees, you could say. So one domain is basically referred to a tree, and a collection of trees is basically a forest. Right, so the root domain name is what the domain name will be. So example, facebook.com, yahoo.com, all those are domain name. Right, but for my domain name, I'm just going to use lab test. Now PC name is lab test. I just want to use test.com. right, there is my basically domain name. So click next, and here, right, I just want to check this option, the forest functional level. Right, so this basically is how you want the server to function as. Right, so like example, well, this is only my server here, this is the only one server I have. For example, like if in an environment you have servers that are running 2008, 2008 R2, you will run the 2016 server, you will see like the forest function level as 2008 R2. Right, reason for this, because some of the features or whatnot, the services, sometimes not actually compatible to say with each other. So if you know you have an older version of Windows Server within an environment, you want to ensure the forest functional level matching with that server. Right, so I only put a 2016. Write the password, right, the RSM password, directory service restore mode password. This basically is a password for, like, if you plan to demo the domain controller, they will ask you for the password. Right, so I'm going to set a password, and I'm going to click next. There's delegation. I don't really know much about delegation, but delegation is basically like to assign a task to a next server. So like if you have more than one DNS server, you could actually delegate a DNS server to the next one. Right, but I think this is our first DNS, so we have nothing to really delegate. We'll click next. I'll verify that BIOS name. That BIOS name is just basically the name of your computer, basically. Right, so test, yeah. Click next. Right, and this is basically where all your different directory files actually being saved. Right, you can modify this. So like in a large environment, if you have more than one hard drives, you could actually change these directories. Right, next. Right, so here is basically where you want to just double check everything, make sure the wizard what you went through is basically correspondent. Let's click next. And here's the prerequisite check. So this is basically check to verify everything that you select, if everything is valid. If however that's something you may missed out, like if you use a weak password, it will actually appear here. Right, so once prerequisites has been checked successfully, and therefore you can actually go ahead and install the domain DNS server. So if we can install, right, it's going to take a little while as well, so I just want to pause the video until it finish and come back. Right, so the server has been finished promoted, and if you realize here now, it actually has been changed to a domain. So before it was a work group, and now the computer has been actually changed to a domain computer. Right, so you could actually check from the My Computer itself. You go on properties, we will see our computer. Right, so domaintest.com. So our computer is now acting as a domain and a domain controller. Right. So the next thing we want to do now is actually go in Active Directory now. Right, so the ADS role has been installed. I decided here ADS along with DNS role because we just promote the server. Right, and before actually going the Active Directory using our computers, you just want to double check the IP setting, especially the DNS setting. Because what happens when you install DNS, the preferred DNS server is changing back to the loopback address. Right, so you just want to make sure that is set back to your computer IP. Because sometimes you'll get back, if you leave it as a loopback, you will get problems to communicate with the server. Right, set the bucket close and we're back on. Right, so we're going in tools. Right, we want to go in Active Directory users and computers, because that's where we want to add some computers or users groups. Right, under the domain here, so test.com is a domain. You can collapse here. Right, I have different type of objects: computers, DCs, users. Right here, if you right click, you can add new user, computer, group, printer, whatever it is you could add here. Right, but for now we're not going to add anything from here. Right, but we're going to try to actually add the Windows 7 client PC to the domain here now. Right, so I believe everything is still communicating. Right, so let's ping back the client PC just to make sure we get in a connectivity. Alright, so let's do it from the Windows 7 side. Right, so let's go to CMD. I'm going to ping back the Windows 7, sorry, the server is 168.0.1. Right, and we are still getting connectivity, so everything should be good there. So now we're going to add this Windows 7 client PC now to the server. So I'm going to start my computer, right click anywhere, white space, property, and we're going to advanced system settings. Right, so realize now the computer is part of our group, right, and we're going to actually try to add it to the domain. So we're going to computer name, we're going to click change, and from our group we're going to click domain. So when you click domain, we're going to type in the name of the domain itself, which is test.com, and when I click OK, right, it's supposed to bring up the authentication. Right, so here we know we're kind of on the way to victory. I'm going to type in administrator and the password that we created for the domain controller. I click OK. We do that, supposed to be see welcome to test.com. I think I typed in the wrong password. Yeah, I'm gonna try back. Administrator. Oh, crap, I typed in administrator. Let's see. And bingo, right, welcome to test.com domain. So we have successfully added this PC to the domain. We're going to click OK. We're going to prompt us to restart, and we're going to restart the client PC. So again, I'm going to just pause here until it comes back on. Right, so our machine has powered back on. Right, so you can actually see it's like actual server now. Press Ctrl and D to log on. And here I'm going to click switch user. I'm going to actually log in as a local user. I'm going to use my administrator account. So I believe is administrator and my password. It's supposed to work most likely. Let's see. I think it's test name of my domain, then administrator, test / administrator, and my password. Supposed to work most likely. Oh, you know, again, it's around administrator. Is spelled correct? No. Oh, I forget what I that's why. Let's hope. Third time, let me see. Right, so we got through. Right, so there's little errors like spelling errors could actually make you encounter the problems. Right, so basically that was the actual final step there. So the machine has been actually been part of our domain now. Just a double check on computer. Right click, and our computer has been added to the domain test.com. Right, so let's go back and see let's verify the computer is there. Server lockback. Right, and here on our computer we're supposed to see it up here. As I refresh, and yes, we see the computer test.pc. That is the client PC computer. It appears here, so the PC has been added to the domain. Right, so from here we can manage these computers, what we want and whatnot. Right, so basically this is it for this video. I hope that you all enjoy. Basically that's it. Right, so we had install the DDS, DNS, this promote the domain controller, configure the machine static IP, whatnot. Everything running smooth and nicely so far. Right, so you see here also, if you hover over a network character, you see in the network the domain, you see the domain name here, test.com. right, so any client machine that we actually connect should be part of this domain test.com. So as long as this computer is part of the domain, we can actually manage this computer, give it security policies or whatnot. Right, and yeah, so basically that's it for the server. Thanks again for watching, and hope you enjoy this video.